Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a specific message for a specific group of people in the collective. So if you do feel drawn in any kind of way to the title, to the thumbnail, if this pops up randomly, then it could be for you. We will set the intention here that this reading will find exactly who it's meant for. It is also timeless, so whenever it finds you is the right time for you. So as usual, I'm going to go over what I picked up on before I started the reading, and then I'm going to channel a bit more into it and go into some cards here as well to dive deeper into the message. By the way, somebody here could be seeing a lot of birds, maybe before you started this reading, maybe specifically a hawk or a falcon, maybe a big bird, but it could be any sort of bird, but that just came through. That spirit wanted me to mention for someone as maybe confirmation of this reading, which actually kind of ties into what came through. So when I first tuned into the message, all I heard spirit say was, just keep going. And they were showing me this like wave or this shoreline, and the word float was coming through, just float. And then they showed me this box that was around the corner. It almost looked like a gift box or some sort of surprise or gift. And I heard, give it a chance, around the corner. And then they also showed me something about sunlight, which I feel was a few different things. For some, there's a literal message here. If you have not been spending enough time in the sun, or you feel maybe this kind of draw to just stand outside and absorb the sun, the energy of the sun, that could be a message here for you. But it also feels like it could be metaphorically speaking as well. There's something about like basking in the light or bringing in the light now. And they also showed me as well like an inside t-shirt, or I'm sorry, a t-shirt being inside out. And there was some kind of reference of almost like a switch of the energy. So this possibly could be like, it almost feels like going from like the moon energy to the sun energy. And there's this huge message coming up for someone of like, I keep getting like full speed ahead or keep moving with something. So I don't know if you're doing a specific situation right now, or I mean a specific thing right now, but there's a message here for someone that this needs to find you, that there's this invitation or calling to float from here, whatever that's going to mean for you. So let's go ahead and open up and see if there's anything else that wants to come through to get some more specifics here for this message. So what else, Spirit, do you want to say? Yeah, so for someone, there's this energy of, and I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles when I did shuffle the tarot deck, and I'm kind of seeing in my mind now as well, there's almost like a positive, tangible reward that is right around the corner. And I'm seeing somebody with their like focus looking forward, and it's almost like there was blinders on the side of their like periphery, and I'm seeing these blinders being removed, and Spirit wants someone to keep focusing forward. So I don't know if there's a distraction that's been happening, or you feel pulled into several different directions, but there's something that's going to be worthwhile is what they keep saying. And I feel like this could possibly be for some of you. They're showing me like ashes that are on the ground. So maybe there's almost a sense of, and this card actually did fly out when I was shuffling, nothing will come out of the situation. So if you feel like you've had to almost, like something has kind of burned to ashes, or you feel like you only have ashes left with the situation, or just a kind of part of yourself, there's a message that your spirit team wants you to know that only a rebirth can happen after that. And I'm hearing the darkest, or it's always darkest before the dawn. So it feels like this is somebody's message of encouragement, of a new rising up or a new chapter that is coming into focus or coming into view. And they keep showing me like also like a blurry camera lens, like we're trying to focus the camera. So there's something about focus here, something about keep going, keep flowing in the direction that things are happening at this very moment. So if you've carved out a certain routine for yourself recently, or if you've been feeling like you're on track with something, they are really saying that it's only a matter of time before you begin to see the rewards from that. And whatever this like focusing of the camera lens, maybe there's something of like it can go blurry sometimes, or you can kind of fall off track. There's something as well about not having to worry about the fine or the small details, but focusing on the big picture. And as they were saying, just keep going is what keeps coming through. And for someone I am getting, this could be very specific. Maybe you've been hoping to see the results from something. With the Pentacles, I was saying it could be financially related, or it could be, maybe you've started some kind of new routine, or you've started some sort of new track in your life, and you're wondering when will you see the results from that, or how can you rely on the path that you're going if you haven't seen like the physical, tangible results. And this could be someone's confirmation that that is very much going to be coming in very soon. And this is maybe even a bit of a, not really like a warning, but a message here to keep that sort of lens clear and focused, because as you get distracted, or as you slip into maybe the negative thinking or the loops that create your vision to be blurry again, it can kind of knock you off path. Because for someone I'm getting, this could be that they're showing me this like very like a brown soil colored energy, and you've almost like, and they're showing like a brown shelf, and you've kind of like gone up a few notches in the sense of a certain, it's something with like the groundedness or the pentacle realm, the physical, material, or financial realm, or you have elevated your energy in some sort of way to where you are like primed to receive more material abundance. So if that looks like you have started some sort of new path in career, or maybe you have set some kind of like goal for yourself that you want to start to apply. This is Spirit wanting to confirm for you that your energy is kind of ready to take on that level of work now, or you're ready for that leveling up in that department. Yeah, and this was at the bottom here too. We have faith in your dreams. So it kind of feels like that's the main message. Just kind of like maybe a simple message here for someone to say, just keep going, have faith in the dreams that you have. And especially like at this current moment, there's something of this horizon here too, and the flowers. Like it feels like someone has set a new intention, or you have really decided to maybe change your life around, or you've really decided to build into a different direction. And if it resonates, there could even be like a specific thing, like a very specific person or something that tries to distract you, whether it's intentional or not. Or maybe there's something, I don't know what it is, but something specific that can like pull you back off track. And it's almost like you have decided not to return to that, or you've been making a lot of efforts recently to not return back to that cycle or to feed into that loop. And that has kind of what is preparing you, and what Spirit seems to be very proud of you, I'm hearing as well, that you have decided to leave that behind, because it's going to now really allow your life to blossom in ways that you haven't seen before, because you're ending a tough cycle here. With this full moon in Capricorn, it is still the energy of the full moon. It wasn't in Capricorn as I'm filming this now, but it does feel like there's some kind of like a cycle of completion having to do with those ashes I'm seeing again. So it feels like they keep showing me like a contrast between light and dark, between the moon and the sun. So this could be something like astrologically that's been going on, but it feels like there's something like that, like the Inside Out t-shirt. Maybe it's like, maybe that'll make sense for someone, like you're kind of flipping inside out, maybe the more, I don't know, making like the unconscious into the conscious, or you're ready for I'm not exactly sure how to word that, but there's something like that of like you're taking it inside out and you're deciding to focus on like the sun energy now, what's out in the open, or what can we kind of receive. Yeah, that's kind of, I didn't see that, but balance, spirituality, and practicality. So we have 3 cards about full moon, and we do have Capricorn and Pisces. So for me, that's kind of the same feeling I was getting of these opposites a bit here. But for someone, it is a very specific message here to say that with this show the world the real you, you may really know exactly what that is because you have committed yourself to a certain version of yourself now, or something that you've been like really wanting to keep getting like commit yourself to. So commit yourself to growth into a certain direction that almost feels more expansive than what you have allowed yourself to do previously, or how you've allowed yourself to work. So if it is work related or career related message, maybe there's a sense of like deciding that you are capable now of taking on maybe more work or applying yourself in a more consistent way. And it feels like that's the confirmation here. So with that little box I was seeing that Spirit was showing around the corner, I feel like let me see, 3 of Cups. Again, I feel like there's something with this full moon that's being like exposed. And with the 3 of Cups, I'm getting something of like no more of the monsters I'm hearing, or no more of the hidden monsters. And I don't know what that means for everyone. There's so many energies of the full moon here. So maybe there's a feeling of you have kind of cycled out some sort of like inner monster, or this almost is like the opposite of the reading that I just posted, I think before this one, about someone is ready to confront a deep truth. So for some, this could be like what is on the other end of that, if that resonates with you. But even if you didn't watch that reading, there's still something here that feels like yeah, and they're showing me a card from a deck that says all of this worry over nothing. So there's something that let me see tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about this. Could you tell me a little bit more? 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, we have truth here. And see, beneath this, we have the secret spring, success. Yeah, so for someone, it's like I don't know what exactly everyone has done here, but it's like you've made some kind of decision. I keep getting, you've made some sort of decision to focus your energy into a direction that brought something out into the light, or that you're choosing to be more honest with yourself, or more authentic to yourself. And they keep showing me something about monsters. I don't know what that is. It could just be how they're showing the kind of inner turmoil within somebody, or what we've had to face, like facing certain fears, or facing the worst outcome of something for someone maybe, or just like the worst possible case scenario, and almost like confronting that maybe for somebody and being able to let that go. I keep seeing that, all this worry over nothing. Yes, new beginnings. Here we have manifesting dreams. Here's this focus. And I'm seeing this image of you being like reeled out, like reeled up with like a rope or something, or like taken up from somewhere that you were stuck. And it was almost like it was the ashes with that situation. Yeah, growth. Here's flow. The Queen of Cups. The Two of Wands in reverse. The Five of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed. And here is the 10 of Cups at the bottom with the Akashic records here. Yeah, so for someone, this feels like with the number 10 here and the Akashic records, there's almost been some kind of, there's almost been some sort of like pivot. How to word it? Like some sort of deciding moment factor that maybe for some of you, you've either been able to kind of like confront what was interfering with what you really, I'm trying to think of how to word this. With the Nine of Cups reversed here and the Five of Swords, it's like with the 10 of Cups over here, maybe something of like overcoming one final hurdle sort of about choosing happiness, or like choosing the path of your happiness. And maybe it took just a shift of perspective, or there may have been, possibly for some of you as well, like a turning point in your soul's path here, where you did decide to leave one particular pathway with the Two of Wands over here in reverse, something that with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, like something that just wasn't generating any sort of growth. So whether that's like a specific thing, or there's something here deeper though with this secret spring and the Akashic records, like it has something to do even with like your soul's purpose or destiny, or some kind of like higher up soul's path for yourself with the 10 of Cups here, that you've done something here, you've pivoted something, or you've shifted something that is actually aligning you in like the spotlight now. It doesn't have to be like a spotlight, like actually doing something in the spotlight, but it feels like I'm hearing you're closer than ever. You're nearing it closer than ever. And for someone, this could be like some sort of big milestone moment that would, in some sort of way, like be a celebration of your soul, whatever that means. I'm getting like maybe a certain milestone that you reach with something that feels like it was a long time coming. But yeah, I think that yeah, with the Inside Out t-shirt, I just think for a lot of you, this is more about the balance that you've reached within yourself, but it could be a bit deeper for others of you with this Show the World the Real You. It's choosing a path that is aligned with you, or you have aligned yourself now to this future path. And they're showing me that little box again in the distance. So it feels like with this 10 of Cups, whatever decision you've made and whatever you've kind of been committing yourself to, or like refocusing your vision on, kind of getting that like the lens clear, or deciding to kind of take away the blinders with something, it's going to be coming through, or it's going to be rewarding you with a some kind of gift is what they were showing here with that little box. And I'm seeing somebody like take a big leap, like you've almost stepped across one big border onto the next outside of that border. So yeah, this feels kind of like a bit of a energetic kind of reading here, you know, with the Four of Cups, that with the Justice reversed, which usually comes up this way when I do these readings. So it's kind of like you have to take it intuitively where it fits with you. But it feels like you've decided to make like a life-altering decision, to leave something behind, or to just simply come to peace with what has sort of fallen to ashes, as they were showing it. Maybe something that has left you feeling rejected, or left you feeling that a part of yourself was taken away, or this kind of led to nothing, or, you know, again, for some, it could be just very literal, that you've invested your time and energy into something, and maybe at the end of all of that, it just kind of fell to ashes, or it just didn't really generate anything. And so with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you deciding to look at that, or to make a different decision for yourself, has altered somehow the path. And I just think Spirit wants to say, to sort of summarize the reading, that if this aligns with you and you have done this, they almost really just want to say that you will be shown, and you will see that it has not been in vain, and that it's almost like, I can't believe how much happier I am going to be here. And that's like maybe your future self saying that. And then it's kind of like, you're almost going to look back at this other thing over here, or this other version of yourself, and realize that that doesn't compare at all to what your highest growth path potential ended up being, if that makes sense. So I just think that you've grown a lot. There's a feeling of there's so much growth ahead. Spirit show me like a vast ocean, and they're saying that you have the infinite vastness of the ocean available. So kind of like with that moon and the sun, it's kind of referencing or reminding me of a card from the Starseed Oracle that says something about bringing the unconscious to light. And I think it shows like the whole ocean. So this could even be something like that, like there's almost so much untapped potential that is about to be revealed, not even just in what you can pick up on, in, like tangibly, or what you can see in your life, but tapping into like the wealth of potential of yourself that has like opened up, or you're seeing how much is really out there for you, but you're also seeing something about yourself. It's like taking a glimpse, taking a peek, I'm seeing, into like your soul. So it's kind of going very deep here, but it feels like something that will make sense. I feel like if that resonates with you, it's like you maybe, and that could translate, of course, into, like, for example, with the Queen of Cups here, maybe you've put kind of a limit somehow on what you were capable of, or how much you allowed yourself to be. And it's like, it's kind of being shown to you now, like how much really is available in terms of, I don't know, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but something like that. It feels like you're gonna see the unlimited potential, basically, is what they're saying here. We have listening to the ancestors, inherited patterns, traditions, integrated wisdom versus knowledge. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you want to say for this message? I'm hearing that again, just flow. Just keep going, just flow. So maybe your ancestors are saying this here. Yeah, and this came up in the previous reading, something about the unknown path. Here we have the eyes of mystery. We have a lot of number 10s in this reading too. The alchemy of poison, transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. Yeah, and for some of you, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that either you've made a conscious decision to let go of something that was this more unhealthy path for you, or more karmic path for you. Maybe it had become kind of a karmic path over here with the Justice reversed. And it's like you're really seeing that that is a dead end, or you're seeing now in its full light that nothing more could have come from that. So if that does resonate as being like a situation in your life, a relationship, something that you were hoping for or waiting on, it feels like you've come to understand it, and the gratitude that comes from that experience of I'm hearing deciding to shake it off, deciding. And if this has not happened yet, I think that this could be predictive that you're kind of going to reach a point here where it's the same feeling as this infinite ocean potential, that it's maybe just that feeling when we're really like in a place of gratitude, when we've reached a place where we don't feel like there's a heaviness kind of that's still lingering around us because we're attached to something that is maybe this poison, or we're attaching to the rejection of something as opposed to what is the future hold. There's that feeling of that being in the moment of gratitude that I feel like you're reaching. And it's almost like you reaching that point is what's going to be that unlocking of the new beginnings that the universe really has for you, that are going to be a lot better. And it's funny, I just remembered a dream I had last night. I don't remember the details of it, but I remember I was writing on like a whiteboard, and I was trying to remember when I woke up, what did I write down on that whiteboard? And it was, you deserve so much better, or there's something so much better. So that feels like it's actually a message here that connects to this reading, because I think that could be what this whole thing is talking about, is that there's so much more that you deserve, or you deserve so much better in a particular avenue of your life, or just in general. Yeah, for some it could be about love and partnerships. And here at the bottom, we do have surrender to change. Yeah, so the art of allowing and adaptability. And that could just be that little pivot moment. If it's not like a huge change for everybody in terms of a complete life shift here, it's just more of maybe a shift in perspective about deciding to be adaptable to the changes as opposed to being fixated on them. And I think that with this, there's something with this Akashic Records that I feel it's like that's the right direction I'm hearing. That mindset is the right direction. Yeah. So any final message here, and then we'll leave the reading here. Anything final to say, Spirit, before we go? Okay, they want to point this out at the bottom. The dream of co-creation. Manifestation, divine partnership, frequency, alignment. Yeah, and this with the Akashic Records here too. There's something here with this Ten of Cups that like you're in a place right now of actually manifesting something that you don't even maybe know. That could be why it feels a bit like this mystery too. So something here that, you know, maybe like you are manifesting a dream reality that you're not even aware of what that looks like yet, but you've decided to, maybe you've asked the universe to just kind of show that to you, or you're going to reach a place soon that it's going to feel like that, like you're open to just whatever I am supposed to receive for my highest good. If there's something better for me, I'm open to receive that now. But it feels like you are almost like they're showing me somebody entering into like a manifestation mode or co-creation mode. So maybe that resonates, that you are ready to start to like really manifest your dream life, and in a way that's really taking action towards that, focusing on that. That feels like it could kind of circle back around to the whole reading here. That maybe with the focusing of like the lens, you are just deciding that I want to now really focus on my 10 of Cups. I want to focus on what the highest path is for me. And instead of focusing on what went wrong or what maybe certain path was more of a karmic path that I've come to acceptance with this woman here that kind of looks like she's accepting it. What is actually taking place in the undercurrents is that you are manifesting a particular dream, almost like a dream reality, or like a one part of that. So maybe for example, love, maybe there's something that you've been unconsciously or consciously setting an intention to like show me how good it can get, or what else is kind of out there. Yeah, goodbye to the old and hello to the new. So I hope that makes sense. I think we'll leave it there, because that's what it feels like. You've finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. And I think Spirit just wants someone, as they were saying in the beginning, to kind of just know that your efforts will be rewarded. The kind of unconscious intentions will become conscious in reality here, but it could be something that you are, either the advice could be to really let this specific thing go that you know is maybe nothing left of it, or the way in which you viewed that. But there's a secret spring, there's a secret gift, a secret life almost, that is beyond your view to the detail maybe right now, but you're creating it. And I think gratitude is very important here, if that resonates with you as well, getting into a space of gratitude. If you're still kind of struggling with this, I think this is Spirit just saying to surrender to the change and to maybe find the little things to be grateful for, and kind of accepting and seeing that there's a blessing in the cycles that have passed, and in the difficult times that they want to say here. So yeah, just keep going and just float on is what they want to say for right now. It's like So I will leave it here. I hope that this could resonate with whoever it was meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.